Okay, so we're back with the next part of the Harley Quinn pixel art tutorial. And what we're going to do first is go all the way back up here. We're going to go ahead and fill in some of these areas that we left here open. And to do that, we're going to be needing the end stone, and we're going to be needing the birch plank. So let's go ahead and switch over to those two blocks. First, let's start off over here, the top left, this empty space right here. We're going to start off with the birch plank. And with the birch plank, we're going to go and start from the very top line, which is these three black walls. We're going to start underneath the right block of it by placing a 1 birch plank, so that's 1. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 1 block going down to the left, that's 1. Then place 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the right, that's 1, 2. And now we're going to be placing 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right, so that's 1, 2. So it should look like that. Once you've done that, switch back over to the end stone, and we're going to be filling in all of these empty spaces here, staying within the black wool outline. So go ahead and just fill in these empty spaces with the end stone. Again, staying within the black wool outline, so it should look like that. Now, once you've done that, we're going to switch back over to the birch plank. We're going to head back down here, and we're going to fill in this single empty space that's right here with the birch plank. So fill that in with birch. Now, once you've done that, we're going to switch over to the end stone and place an end stone on the right side of this black wool. So go ahead and put 1 end stone there. Then switch back over to the birch plank, and starting on the right side of the end stone, place 1 birch plank. So that's 1. Now, from this 1 block, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. So that's 1, 2. And once you've done that, you're going to be placing 3 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3. Let's get rid of that birch, or let's get rid of that placement, I should say. And it should look like this. Now we're going to be switching over to the end stone, and we're going to be filling in the remaining empty spaces here, including that small space that's right here as well, the space that's by itself. So fill in these empty spaces here with the end stone. Let's fill that right up. And it should look like this. Okay, so we're going to be completely done with Harley's hair after this part, and even, yeah, we're also going to go ahead and work on some parts of her face. So what we're going to be doing next is heading all the way back down here. Let's finish this empty space so we can go ahead and start outlining the other part. And we're going to start from this black wool. We're going to start on top of it, so starting from there. In fact, just to make this a little easier, let's go back up here. Let's go from this 1 black wool. On top of this black wool, we're going to be placing 1 end stone. So just put 1 end stone there. So it should look like that. And now from this 1 end stone, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going up on the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should look like this. And now what we're going to be doing next is just tracing the entire black wool outline going all the way up to the left and stopping next to the 3 black wools up there that are going across. So let's go ahead and just trace this entire outline. This is the easiest part of Harley. That's why I saved it for last. That's why I want to start from the bottom and work our way up, because I want to start off with the hard part first, difficult, annoying parts to instruct, at least for me, and then this part of Harley's hair, including the left side as well, the other side that we still haven't outlined yet. That's going to also be really easy. So there you go. It should look exactly like this, making sure you outline the black wool. Don't worry about the small empty spaces. They are going to stay there for just a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and create some more small empty spaces. So now that we've made contact with those 3 black wools that went across up there, we're going to head all the way back down here. We're going to switch over to the birch plank. Now with the birch plank, we're going to head back to this 1 end stone. And starting on top of this 1 end stone, we're going to be tracing the outline of the end stone going all the way up to the left, and we're going to be stopping next to the 2 black wools, but we're also going to be filling in that small empty space up there that we left behind. So let's go ahead and trace the outline of the end stone. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. This is the part where I have to try to figure out what to tell you, or what to say, really. Not really tell you, just to say stuff. Alright, so let's fill that in with the end, or not the end, the birch plank. So there we go. You can see that it should look exactly like this. Now, we did leave some empty spaces behind, but we're going to go ahead and fill those in just a moment. And we're going to head all the way back down here. so let's head back down here, and still with the birch plank, what we're going to be doing with this, we're going to start down here, on top of this black wall. So all the way down here. We're going to be adding 2 birch planks going up. That's 1, 2. So it should look like that. Now switch over to the end stone, starting on top of the 2 birch planks. We're going to be tracing the outline with the end stone. Now, before you get ahead of yourself, before you think, oh, okay, so this is going to be all birch plank and all end stone. No, 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 no. Take your time, because we're also going to be incorporating oak planks into this. So don't go ahead and jump the gun, being like, oh, okay, so it's just end stone and birch plank. No, 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 no. Just wait for me. Wait. Because we're also going to be putting oak plank in this as well. So there we go, just tracing the outline, going all the way up, and we're also going to be filling in this empty space that's up here with the end stone, so there we go. So it should look exactly like this. Okay, so what we're going to be doing next is switching over to the birch plank, and what we're going to do is, you can see that we have this empty space here. Kind of like this empty space, and then we have these single empty spaces that are by themselves. We're only going to be filling in the single empty spaces here that are by themselves with the birch. So only fill in these empty spaces here, smaller ones, like this, with the birch plank. So it should look like that. Don't go any further, just stop here. Okay, so once you've done that, we're going to head back up here, and to make this a little easier, yeah, to make this a little easier, I'm going to have to outline this. We can't be tracing it. Let's switch over to the oak plank. Now, with the oak plank, you can see that we have this empty space that's right here. We're going to start from this one black wall that's up to the left side of these 2 black walls that went up. So we're going to start from this one black wall. On top of it, you're going to be placing 1 oak plank, so that's 1. Now, from this 1 block, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going up on the left. That's 1, 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 6 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's go ahead and get rid of those placements. Head back up here. And from here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. And now we're going to be placing 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. And it should look like this. Now that you've done that, we're going to be switching over to the birch plank, and then now we're going to be filling in the remaining empty spaces, all of these empty spaces here with the birch plank. So let's go ahead and do that now. Just fill all of this in, and then we'll be done with this side of Harley's hair. And now after this, we'll go ahead and start outlining the rest and finish that as well. And there we go. Everything should look exactly like this. Okay, so now let's switch over to the black wool, and we're going to be outlining her face, the rest of her face, and the rest of her hair. So let's get a little organized. There we go. We're not going to be needing the planks anymore. Alright, switching over to the black wool. Let's see. We're going to start off. Let's start outlining her face first, so then we can go ahead and start doing the hair. So first, we're going to go and move to these 6 black wools that we have here going across, the ones that came after these 3. So let's move over here to these 6. So from there, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. Next, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2. So that's 2 blocks, so it should look like this. And now we're going to be placing 10 blocks going diagonal down to the left, so 10 diagonal. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go ahead and get rid of those placements. And we're going to head back down here. Now, starting from here, we're going to be placing 3 sets of 2s going across on the lower level to the left. So that's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Let's get rid of those placements. Head back down here. And from here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal down to the left. That's 1 and 2. Let's get rid of those. And once you've done that, you're going to be placing 4 sets of 2s going down on the left. So that's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4. Let's get rid of those placements. Head back down here. And we're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal down to the left. So 2 diagonal, that's 1 and 2. And now we're going to be switching over to the block of coal. So let's switch over to the block of coal. Starting on the left side of this black wool, so from here, we're going to be adding 2 blocks going down with a block of coal. So that's 1 and 2. And once you've done that, you're going to be placing a linked 2 blocks going up on the left, starting from the top block of these 2 blocks. So from here on the left, link 2. That's 1 and 2. So it should look like that. Now, once you've done that, you're going to be switching over to, let's say, no, not just yet. I want to do something over here. Staying with the block of coal, starting on the right side of this 1 black wool. So from there, we're going to be placing 1 block of coal. So that's 1. And once you've done that, you're going to be switching over to the blue stained clay, or just blue clay, because they keep switching it from stained to hardened and then blah, blah, blah. We're going to call it just clay. The blue clay, on the right side, just place 1 blue clay. So boom, put 1 blue clay there. And once we've done that, we're going to be switching back over to the black wool. And with the black wool, we're going to head back to these 2 block of coals that we had going down next to that 1 black wool. So starting from here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going down the left. That's 1, 2. Next, you're going to be placing 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. Now from this 1 block, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going down on the left. That's 1, 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 2 blocks, or not 2, you're going to be placing 5 blocks going diagonal down to the left. So 5 diagonal down to the left, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go ahead and get rid of those placements and head back down here. Now from here, we're going to be placing 2 sets of 2s going down on the left. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 2 sets of 3s going down on the left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. Let's get rid of those placements, head back down here, and from here we're going to be placing 8 blocks going down on the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's head back up, get rid of that placement, and head back down here. Now from here, we're going to be placing 12 blocks going down on the left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's head back up here, get rid of that placement, head back down. And from here, we're going to be placing 9 blocks going down on the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Head back up. Get rid of that placement, head back down, and now we're going to be placing 4 sets of 2s going down on the left. 4 sets of 2s. Or not 4 sets of 2s, what am I saying? 4 sets of 4s. Ugh! What is wrong with me? 4 sets of 4s. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. That's 4 sets of 2s, making contact with the 8 black wools that we had here, and that pretty much closes Harley's face. Now we're going to go ahead and outline her hair. So now that we've closed that off, what we're going to be doing is, let's head all the way back up there. Let's go all the way back up, going back to these 2 black wools that we have here, just going across next to this area here that we filled in with the end stone. So starting on the left side of these 2 black wools all the way up here, so from there, we're going to be placing 6 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, once you've done that, you're going to be placing 3 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. Next, place 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2. And now we're going to be placing 15 blocks going diagonal down to the left. 15 diagonal down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 15 black wools. So let's go ahead and get rid of those placement blocks and make sure you're counting correctly. You don't want to accidentally misplace a block. Misplace too many blocks, not enough blocks, you know. Alright, so starting down here from this one block, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 16 blocks going diagonal down to the left. So 16 diagonal down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16, there we go. I almost placed an extra one there. Alright, 16. That's 16 black walls that went diagonal down to the left. So let's go ahead and get rid of those placements and head back down here. So starting from there, what we're going to be doing next is placing 7 sets of 2s going down on the left. 7 sets of 2s. So that's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 7. Let's go ahead and get rid of those placements. And we're going to head all the way back down here. Now from here, we're going to be placing 2 sets of 3s going down on the left. 2 sets of 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. Let's get rid of those placements. Head back down here. Now from here, we're going to be placing 2 sets of 2s going down on the left. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. Let's get rid of those placements. Head back down. Now, what we're going to be doing next is placing, just 3 blocks going down on the left. So that's 1, 2, 3. Next, you're going to be placing 7 blocks going down on the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 3 on the left, 7 on the left. And we're going to be placing 13 blocks going down on the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's head back up. Get rid of that placement. Head back down. And now we're going to be placing 4 blocks going down on the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 9 blocks going down on the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's head back up, get rid of that placement, and head back down here. And we're going to be placing 7 blocks going down the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 10 blocks going down on the right. So we're switching sides, going down on the right, 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So back up, get rid of that placement. And now to close this off, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going down on the right. That's 1, 2, 3. So I'll fly back a bit so you can see that everything should look exactly like this. So we've done the outline for Harley's face and her hair. Now we're going to go ahead and fill in the remaining empty spaces of her hair. And to do that, what we're going to have to do first, this is actually going to be easy/confusing. First, we have to do something up here to make it less confusing. So let's go all the way back up here. And what we're going to be doing to this part here. Okay, so this is what we're going to be doing to get it less confusing. We're not going to be using the block of coal or the black wool right now. We're going to be using the end stone and the birch plank. These are the only blocks we're going to be using. Starting off with the end stone. Let's go all the way back up here, going back to where we placed these 6 black wools going across. We're going to start underneath the left block of it. So starting from there, we're going to be adding 3 blocks going across to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3. So it should look like this. And we're going to be doing this pattern where it's just going to be 3 going across underneath this. So now switch over to the birch, place 3 across underneath these end stones. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then switch over to the end stone, do it again underneath it. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then switch back over to the birch plank, 1, 2, 3. Switch back over to the end stone, 1, 2, 3. Again, switch back over to the birch, 1, 2, 3. Switch back over to the end stone, 1, 2, 3. And then switch back over to the birch, 1, 2, 3. Just keep doing this until you hit the black wool. So it should look like this. It should be endstone, birch, endstone, birch, endstone, birch, endstone, birch. Again, I'll fly back a bit so you can see that should look like that. And once we've done that, what we're going to be doing, because this is kind of a stopping point just to help us out here, let's go ahead and start working all the way down here. Let's go all the way back down here, and we'll fix that. Or not fix it, but fill that other part in later. And what we're going to be doing is switching over to the... where are you? The endstone. We're going to start all the way down here, at the very tip of her hair that's still empty. So starting from there, what you're going to be doing is just tracing this entire black wool outline up here. This outline here, not the one on the right, but this one here. Going all the way up, tracing it, tracing it, tracing it. And we're going to stop on the right side of these 3 birch planks here. So we're going to stop right there. That's going to be our stopping point. And then when we switch over to the birch, stopping point's going to be on the left side of that end. Then when we switch to the end, stopping point's going to be on the left side of the birch. You can see the pattern. So that's our stopping point for the birch. That's our stopping point for the endstone. So vice versa. Birch, endstone, birch, endstone. All that stuff. Okay. So let's go down here. All the way down here. And we're just going to be tracing it. Let's trace this outline. And we are going to be finding ourselves having some weird empty spaces. So don't go too ahead. Just try to keep up at the pace that I'm going. And if you're going a little fast, then just hold on a second. Because there are some empty, or some little weird empty spaces that we're going to have to place. But I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out easily. So let's go ahead and just do that. And there we go. It's a lot of tracing. But I'd rather just do tracing and then instead of instructing you one by one. Okay, so there we go. Pretty easy. Okay, so now we're going to head down to here. And the reason why I say it's going to be a little confusing is because we're going to get to this part of her face. And that's where some things are going to change just slightly. Just to accommodate for the fact that the face kind of curves here. So let's go all the way back down once you've made contact with the birch. Going all the way back down here. Just saves ourselves some time. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the birch. And starting on top of this black wool, that's next to these 10 end stones that we had going across. Actually, we didn't did we count it? I don't think we did. But these are 10. The first end stones that we placed of the tracing outline. On the right side, on the top block of it, on the right side of it, we're going to be just placing 1 birch. So that's 1. So it should look like this. Have your 1 birch on top of these black wools. And now we're going to start on top of this end stone right here. So starting from there, we're going to be tracing the entire outline with the birch plank. So trace the entire outline of this end stone with the birch plank. There you go. Just tracing all of this in. This is going to take a lot of time. Not a lot of time, but it's barely going to be any instructions going on. It's going to give us that silence. I mean, I could time-lapse this, but I'd rather not. I don't want to risk it. Creating or not creating, but maybe losing 1 or 2 of you when we get to those little other empty spaces. So let's go ahead and just fill this in. Whoops. There we go. And there it is. It should look exactly like this. Like this. This. Okay. Alright, now let's head all the way back down here. Going all the way back down, switching over to the end stone. Now this time we're going to start on top of this birch plank, so you know the drill. We're just going to be tracing the outline of the birch plank with this end stone. So let's go ahead and do that. Just trace all of this. And we're going to start leaving some empty spaces behind down there, so don't worry about that. We'll get back to that in just a sec. Again, the thing is, we have to make sure we trace it. Don't worry about it making contact with the black wool or anything like that. If anything, you just got to make sure it's making contact with the birch. Just trace the outline. Don't worry about the empty spaces you leave behind. Not right now. Not right now. So let's fill this up. Put all the way up. And there we go. Should make contact with that birch plank right there. Okay. So now we're going to head all the way back down. And this is where it kind of sort of gets a little confusing. But it really shouldn't, once I explain it. We're going to switch over to the Birch Plank, so let's go down here. Now, you can see that the next available empty space here, to start, is just an empty space. We're going to go ahead and just fill this in with the Birch Plank, so just fill this in with Birch Plank. And now we're going to be tracing the entire outline again with the Birch Plank. Now, you can see that it kind of gets cut off here. Don't worry about it. Just continue following the end stone path, and whenever you see an empty space right next to it, just continue tracing it. So we're going to be putting a Birch Plank there. Just continue tracing it. Don't worry about the other empty spaces that get in your way, like this. Just go ahead and continue following. Just, in other words, just focused on the end stone. Don't worry about the empty spaces that you'll fill in or the empty spaces that you won't fill in. So let's just go ahead and do that. Just worry about the end stone. Don't worry about those empty spaces. So fill that in, and we're just going to continue following the path until we see another empty space right next to it. Like so. Just follow this path. There we go. Again, don't worry about those empty spaces. Fill them in if you have to. Just the priority here is just to make sure we're tracing the outline. We're going to come back to those in just a sec. And there we go. That's another part done. Let's go ahead and switch over to the end stone, head all the way back down here, and I want you to find the next available empty space that we can start from all the way down here. And again, like I mentioned before, there are going to be some spots that we're not going to be placing in the end stone, but just make sure you find the next available empty space next to this birch outline here. So again, let's trace it with the end stone, so just tracing this empty path. You can see that now it's cut off, but we're going to continue going up. You can see the next available space here. Let's go ahead and get cut off. Next available space. Let's keep going up, 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 all the way up. And here's the next available space of the birch. So let's go ahead and continue tracing the outline. Just trace that outline. Keep going up. And you see that it kind of gets cut off here. That's fine. Let's keep going up here to the next available space. Next to the birch. Just continue tracing it. And it should stop next to, whoops, it should stop next to that birch plank there. So right there, there, there. Okay, so now let's switch back over to the end stone. We're going to head all the way back down here. We're going to find the next available space, which really isn't down here. It starts up here, kind of in the mid area where Harley's eye is going to be. So over here to this next available space, we're going to start off with the birch plank. So starting from there, right there, we're going to be tracing the outline of the end stone. So let's go ahead and just fill that in and continue tracing the outline. You can see that it gets cut off there. That's fine. We're going to start up here now. And it cuts off there, but that's okay. We're going to keep going all the way up until we find the next available space next to the end stone. So let's fill this in with birch. Just worry about the outline and finding the next available space. There we go. Just trace that, and it should stop there, right next to that, those three end stones that we had going across. So very simple and easy. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing next is switching over to the end stone, and let's head back down here, or over here I should say, and find the next available space for the end stone, which is right next to this birch. So starting from there, just trace the outline. And from here, let's see, let me fly back a bit. So, we are going to go ahead and put one end stone there. Okay, there we go, underneath that. I was just trying to figure that out. Okay, so let's go ahead and place those. And we're going to head all the way back up here because everything else is cut off. So we're going to go all the way back up here and trace this outline of the birch with the end. So it should look like this, leaving that empty space right there. That's fine. Let's switch back over to the birch. Let's head all the way back down, finding the next available empty spaces, which really are just empty spaces. So let's go ahead and fill in these two empty spaces right here that we left behind, and go all the way back up here, and fill in that empty space that's right there with the birch. So there we go. Very simple and easy. Man, oh man, oh man, would it have been annoying had I instructed you how to do that. As in, like, by the numbers, like, 4 sets of 2s, now place 3 across, now 2 diagonal, now 7 across, or diagonal. It's so much easier when it comes down to just tracing. Okay, so now for this next part, it's going to be slightly annoying. Not really. We're going to switch over to the end stone for this next part. And let's start all the way down here. going back to this pattern, this wall pattern that I had you place of the threes. We're going to start all the way down here at the bottom on the right side of these 3 birch. So from there, we're going to be placing 2 end stones going across to the right. So that's 1, 2. Next, you're going to be placing 1 block going down to the right. That's 1. Now, once you've done that, we're going to head back up here, back to the pattern wall here that I like to call, and we're going to head to the next available 3 birch planks that we have up here. So essentially, we're just going to keep doing that, just going to continue going up. So now going to these 3 here, starting on the right side of it. So from there, place 2 end stones going to the right. That's 1, 2. And now you're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right. That's 1 and 2. Let's get rid of those placements. And should be making contact with that black wall there. And once you've done that, we're going to head back up here, next to the 3. Again, same thing. Add 2 end stones to the right. That's 1, 2. And this time we're going to be placing 3 blocks going diagonal down to the right. So 3 diagonal. That's 1, 2, and 3. So it keeps getting increased by 1. So let's go back up here, go to the next available 3 birch planks. On the right side, we're going to be placing 2. That's 1, 2. And now you're going to be placing 4 blocks going diagonal down to the right. So 4 diagonal, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's get rid of those placements. And once you've done that, what we're going to be doing next is heading back up here, all the way back to these 6 black walls. We're not going to start anything up here. We're just going to be placing. So going back to these 6 black walls, we're going to start underneath the right block of it. So starting from there, we're going to be placing 5 blocks going diagonal down to the right. So 5 diagonal. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's get rid of those placement blocks. And now I'm going to fly back a bit so you can see that it should look exactly like this. And as you can guess, we're going to switch over to the birch plank, and we're going to be filling in the remaining empty spaces here with the birch. So let's go ahead and do that now. And once we finish filling this in, that will do it for Harley Quinn's hair. We're completely done with her hair. All we're going to be doing now is working on her face. So let's go ahead and fill this in. And there we go. When you're done filling it in, it should look like that. So now we're going to be working on her face, and let's start off with her eye. Let's go down here. I already had you place the 1 blue clay here, so go back to that 1 blue clay. We're going to switch over to the birch plank. And it looks like we're actually going to be doing some eye. I didn't think we would get to this part here, but we definitely have enough time. So starting from there, on the right side, we're going to be placing 1 oak plank. Or not 1 oak plank. 1 block of coal. What is wrong with me? 1 block of coal. So boom. That's 1 block of coal. Alright, now from this 1 block of coal, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going, or not 2, 2 sets of 2s going across on the lower level to the right. I'm getting really excited about this eye. 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. Makes sense. That's why I'm messing up. I'm going to use that excuse that I'm getting excited for the eye, or the fact that I'm actually finishing the pixel art, which is why I'm messing up. Instructions, not really. Alright, so now that we have that 1, and now that we have these 2 sets of 2, starting from this block here, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going diagonal down to the right. So 4 diagonal down to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go ahead and get rid of those placements. Now, once you've done that, you're going to be placing 1 block going down to the left. So that's 1 down to the left. And now from this 1 block, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 2 sets of 2s going across on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. Let's go ahead and get rid of those placements. Next, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going diagonal up to the left. So 4 diagonal up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's get rid of those placements. Fly back a bit so you can see that it should look exactly like this. Now we're going to go ahead and fill in her eye. So to do this next part, we're going to be needing the... Let's put aside the block of coal for now. We're going to be needing the black wool. I gotta do this somewhat slowly. We're gonna be needing the cyan clay. And we're also gonna be needing the stone block. Once we've done that, we're gonna be needing the light gray wool, the white wool, the snow block, and Well, let's start off with those, because we're going to be needing other colors too, and let's just do these colors first, and then we'll go ahead and start doing the others. So again, switch over to the, not the black wool. We're not going to be needing the black wool. We're going to be needing something else as well. Well, let's just put the black wool aside for now. Let me just go ahead and get a little organized. Right now, all you need in your inventory, snow, white wool, light gray wool, stone, and cyan clay. Okay, first we're going to start off with the stone block. And we're gonna move to these two here. These two block holes that we have going across. We're gonna start on the left side of these two. So starting from this block right here, and these two are making contact with that one block, just so you know where we are. So from there, we're gonna be placing 2 blocks going diagonal down to the left with the stone. So that's 1 and 2. Once you've done that, you're gonna switch over to the, let's see, these. Well, we're not gonna be needing the cyan clay, are we? Okay, never mind. Not the cyan clay. Whoops, that's my mistake. We are going to be needing the block of coal. Oh my god, I am a mess. Alright, now let's switch over to the block of coal. And we're going to be filling this empty space right here with the block of coal. Fill that in. It's my mistake. I thought we were going to be filling that in with the cyan clay. I am getting completely messed up. Alright, let's switch over to the light gray wool now. Switching over to the light gray. We're going to move to the right side of this stone block up here. So from there, we're going to be placing 2 light grays going to the right. That's 1, 2. Now, once you've done that, we're going to start underneath the very same stone block. So from there, we're going to be placing 2 light grays going down. That's 1, 2. Next, you're going to be placing 1 block going down to the right. That's 1. Now, once we've done that, what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be switching over to the obsidian block real quick. So let's switch over to the obsidian. Let's see, where are you, obsidian? There you go. Okay. Now, with the obsidian starting on the right side of this light gray, so from there, with the obsidian, place 2 blocks going up. That's 1, 2. And then you're going to be placing 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. Now, once you've done that, you're going to be switching over to the white wool and filling in this empty space here to the left with the white. So fill this in with white. And it should look like that. Okay, so now we're going to be putting away these blocks here. Just put them aside for now. Except the snow block. Keep the snow block. And now the blocks that we're going to be needing in our inventory are going to be the blue wool, the lapis block, the cyan wool, and the light blue wool. So go ahead and switch over to those blocks. We're going to start off with the blue wool, and we're going to head back to this one obsidian block, starting on the right side of it. So from there, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going diagonal down to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And once you've done that, we're going to be switching over to the lapis block. Now, for the lapis block from this block here, we're going to be placing 1 lapis block going down to the left. That's 1. Next, switch over to the cyan wool. On the left side of this lapis block, place 1 cyan wool. So that's 1. And you're also going to be placing 1 cyan wool on top of the lapis block. So that's 1. So it looks like that. Once you've done that, we're going to head over here to the left a bit. And moving to these 2 blocks of coal, starting on top of the left block, we're going to be placing 1 cyan wool. So that's 1. Then you're going to be switching over to the lapis block, and we're going to be adding 2 lapis going up on top of the cyan. So that's 1, 2. Next, we're going to be switching over to the cyan wool again. Starting from the top block on the right side of this lapis, we're going to be adding 1 cyan wool. So that's 1. And now we're going to switch over to the snow block, and you can see that we have this square empty space here. It's perfectly square empty space. At the top right corner of this empty space up here, we're going to be placing 1 snow block, so that's 1 snow. And then switch over to the light blue wool and fill in the remaining empty space here with the light blues. Fill that in. And it should look exactly like this. There you go. Harley's left eye done. Well, not really done, but the eye, the makeup, and all that stuff needs to be done. So, what we're going to be doing next is we're going to try to get the makeup done. Or maybe in the next part, really. Because I still have to do a few outlines before I actually fill in a good amount of those makeups. So let's try to get some of the outline done, especially when it comes to the nose. Alright, let's switch over to the black wool. We need to get the nose part done, and we need to get some of this other part done here before we get the makeup. Switching over to the black wool, we're going to head back to these 2 block of coals that we have going across the very bottom line of the eye. And again, this is the black wool, so with the black wool, starting from the left side. So from there, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the left with the black wool. So that's 1, 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. And now from this 1 block, we're going to be placing 3 sets of 2s going across on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and get rid of those placements. Head back down. And now from here, we're going to be placing 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. Now from this 1 block, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going down on the left. That's 1, 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 3 blocks going down on the left. That's 1, 2, 3. Next, you're going to be placing 2 blocks going down on the right. That's 1, 2. And once you've done that, you're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right. So 2 diagonal down to the right. That's 1 and 2. Let's get rid of those placements. I'll fly back a bit so you can see that it should look exactly like this. Now what we're going to be doing next to kind of complete this mouth area here, or actually not the mouth but the nose, we're going to be switching over to the oak planks. And now with the oak planks starting from this block here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right, so 2 diagonal. That's 1 and 2 with the oak. And now you're going to be placing 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be switching over to the birch planks. So let's make some room here. We're not going to be needing these blues. So let's switch over to the birch plank. On the left side of these 2 oak planks, we're going to be adding 2 birch planks going to the right. So that's 1, 2. Once you've done that, switch back over to the oak plank, and with the oak plank starting on top of the right block of these 2 birch, so starting from there with the oak, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going diagonal down to the right. So 3 diagonal, that's 1, 2, and 3. And it should look like this. Alright, so let's head back up here. Starting from this oak plank here, so starting from this block. We're going to be placing 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. And now place 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. Once you've done that, switch over to the black wall. Now with the black wall starting on top of this 1 oak plank here, so from there, or not that 1 oak plank, whoops. Okay, let's put that back. Not on top, but starting on the right side of this 1 oak plank. So from there, we're going to be adding 3 blocks going to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3. So it should look like that. And I guess I was wrong. Never mind. Okay. We are going to start on top of it. So starting on top of this 1 oak plank now, we're going to be adding 2 blocks to the right. So that's 1, 2. There we go. And it should look like this. And we're going to go ahead and continue this pattern. We're just going to move down to the next oak plank, so on and so forth. So moving down to the next available space of the oak. So from there, we're going to be adding 2 blocks going to the right. So that's 1, 2. Then you're going to head back down here. Next one, add 2 black walls to the right. That's 1, 2. Head back down here. Next one, add 2 black walls to the right. That's 1, 2. And now down here, we're only going to be placing 1 black wall. So that's 1. And it should look like this. Now, once you've done that, you're going to be switching over to the oak plank. And with the oak plank starting on the right side of this 1 black wall here that we placed. So from there, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right. So starting on the right side. So from there, that's 1 and 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be switching over to the birch plank. And with the birch plank starting underneath the very same black wall, so, or not the very same black wall, starting underneath this oak plank, so from there, right there, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going diagonal down to the right with the birch, so that's 1, 2, and 3. Now, once you've done that, you're going to be switching back over to the black wall, and with the black wall, we're going to be placing 1 black wall on top of this birch, so that's 1. Once you've done that, we're going to head over here to the right, starting on the right side of this birch plank. So from there, we're going to be adding 3 blocks to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Next, you're going to be placing 4 blocks going up on the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to be placing 2 blocks going up on the left. We're switching sides going up on the left. That's 1, 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left. So 2 diagonal up to the left, that's 1 and 2. Let's get rid of those placement blocks. And now I'm going to fly back a bit so you can see that it should look exactly like this so far. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here and continue my Harley Quinn Minecraft pixel art tutorial in the next part. It's starting to look like there might, I don't want to get your hopes up, but the last part might be the next part. I don't know. But just so I don't get your hopes up, this definitely looks like there's 2 more parts to it. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get it done in just 1 part. So it definitely looks like it's going to be 2 parts instead of 1. But who knows? I might be generous and make the last part, or I should say the next part, the very last part, depending on how long I'm going to be making it. So it's either 2 more parts, or maybe the next part is going to be the final part, so make sure to stay tuned in for that. And of course, make sure to stay tuned in for more Minecraft videos.